What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Football vs FIFA, the show that combines football and, yes, FIFA. Today's episode, we have got some absolutely unbelievable European games. The games are as follows. We've got Napoli versus Frankfurt, Liverpool versus Real Madrid, Inter versus Porto, Leipzig versus City, Monaco versus Leverkusen, Nantes versus Juventus, PSV versus Sevilla, Roma versus Salzburg, Man United, Barcelona, and Union Berlin versus Ajax. For today, ladies and gentlemen, we are only going to be having the predictions. A few people commented on the last episode that the videos are a little bit too long, so I'm going to try and do something about that. We're going to try and pilot for this episode it to be in two parts. So today is going to be predictions, and then you guys get to see the predictions before the games have been played, and also you guys get to vote as well for who you think is going to win. And then later in the week, we'll have the follow-up episode where we see and react to the results, and then remove the players from our teams and play a game, and the loser discards some coins. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see it go back to normal, also let me know. And of course, as you can see, to the left of me, we've got Owen. Would you like to say hello, mate?
Hello. I'm very excited for this, trying to show some football knowledge, and also I'm absolutely buzzing that I've come on when we don't have a Chelsea game to predict, because it's not that fun talking about them at the moment, let me say that for free.
Mate, I thought Liverpool were bad, yeah. All right? If Liverpool had signed 6 or 7 players and were still bad, I would be crying. Yeah, no, you're in a transitional process, aren't you, mate? Let's be honest. But really, you would have expected at least a couple of them players to have been able to have an impact big enough to not lose against a team that is looking like they might be striking relegation. Yeah. Although you did come up against arguably one of the world's best free kick takers. Well, he is one of the world's best free kick takers. James Ward-Prowse, you deserve a lot more credit, I'm telling you now. I did see people saying that he was like the best ever. I don't quite agree with that. Janino, Ronaldinho, Beckham did all live and well are still alive. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily the case. Maybe I think there's a case for the best Premier League one.
Yeah, well, I think he's just equal Beckham's record, hasn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, although I did see Beckham done it in quite a few less games. I would say, though, there's that one position for James Ward-Prowse on the edge of the box or whatever, wherever it is, where his strike rate is actually astronomical. Oh, yeah. I saw like a thread about it on Twitter. It's unbelievable. So, yeah, fair play to him. But anyway, we will crack on with the very first game, mate. Napoli versus Frankfurt. Napoli are destroying the Serie A at the moment. And quite frankly, if you ask me, I can only really see a Napoli win. What about yourself, mate?
Yeah, I've personally gone for a Napoli win as well. I think they're the top performing, in the whole of the top 5 leagues in terms of points. There was a period where they were them and Arsenal were balanced, but Arsenal obviously have dropped a couple of points. Napoli are flying. Osimhen, is that guy going to go for close to 100 million soon? Because that guy just looks. Because I thought at first he was like a pace merchant and just not that much about him, but the goals he's scoring are unbelievably talented. Oh yeah,
and he's clear at the top of the goal scorers list by 5 goals as well, to be fair, in the Serie A. Yeah, he's performing at a ridiculously high level. He's scored 6 goals in his last 5 games. I think it's actually 10 in the last 10 or 9 in the last 9. It's pretty mental. So yeah, I think we're both in agreement, mate. Napoli are going to win that, and they have obviously got the home advantage as well. The last time these two played was actually in 1994. Fun little fact. Wow. Frankfurt done the double over them, 2-0 on aggregate. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be like that this time around. Who are you going to be putting in, mate?
I'm putting in the man himself. Putting in the man himself, Osimhen, his very nice, 87 mate. In form.
Lovely stuff. We also we've changed the rules a little bit. You have to choose a player from the team you think are going to win. If it's a draw, you've got free reign. You can choose either side. But yeah, we're going to change it to that. I think that's better, if you ask me. And it makes the squad building a lot clearer as to who you have. gone for at the end of the day. I have gone for the left winger. I really don't want to pronounce his name. Do you want to give it a go? Honestly, please let me know in the comment section below right now. How do you pronounce this man's name? I don't want to disrespect it.
Well, I feel like we've gone from football versus FIFA to like English literature versus FIFA.
Yeah, no one would be good at that. No one in the community would succeed. I can tell you that for nothing. But yeah, please, honestly, let me know in the comment section below. Genuinely want to know so that I can actually, you know, pronounce it properly. But yeah, next game then, mate, we have got the dreaded Liverpool versus Real Madrid. They are our European arch nemesis. I hate playing against these guys. We obviously lost in the final against them. Yeah. Season just gone. Not fun at all. I feel like they almost, it's like is it Expelliarmus in Harry Potter? Like, legit, like, as soon as they flipping cast that spell, it's like we freeze and we can't play football. Yeah. Don't know what's going on. Or we get injured, or our goalkeeper, you know, lets in a couple of howlers.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm feeling confident, though. I think we can get a win. I feel like we're full of confidence. 2 wins against Everton and Newcastle has put us in very good stead. Don't get me wrong as well. I know Newcastle went down to 10 men, but no team has beaten them at home this season. Yeah. And we done just that. So, and that was before the red card. You know, we were 2-0 up and scored 2 very nice goals. I'm feeling confident. I'm going to go for a 2-1. I don't think there's going to be much in it, mind. I think Real Madrid will score at some point. Wow. What about yourself, mate? I'm going to be putting Van Dijk in.
Of course. Fair play. Me personally, I was thinking Liverpool first because of the momentum. The momentum's just not strong enough for me. I think you are on your way, but I think Champions League is just a different kind of game to Everton and Newcastle. And yeah, it's just going to be immense. I think Real Madrid are just going to sneak away. I think they've got some injuries, but I believe Benzema is fit.
Benzema's going to be in the squad, I believe.
Yeah. So if Benzema does get a bit of action, or even that attack without Benzema, I think your centre-backs are struggling at the moment. And yeah, I think they're just going to make it a bit horrible for you guys. It will be definitely an absolute class match, but I'm going to go for Real Madrid. I'm going to guess a sneak of a 1-0. Just a smash and grab and then take it to kind of the second leg. Yeah, I think that's just kind of the fairest result, in my opinion.
Who are you putting in, did you say?
I'm going for a risky one, and I'm going for my icon.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I'm going for Prime Casillas.
Oh, damn. All the eggs in one basket. Yeah. All right. Come on, Liverpool.
Tonight I will be...
Here we go.
Praying.
Here we go. All right. Fair play, mate. I like to see it. Next fixture, we've got Inter versus Porto. Another pretty big game, to be fair. Porto always seem to get to this kind of part of the competition. Do sometimes get a little bit further as well. Liverpool like to do a number over them. And Inter, solid side, doing okay in the Serie A. Yeah. Obviously, Napoli, like we have discussed, are miles ahead. But Napoli are second best by at least 3 points. In my opinion, I can really only see an Inter win, to be honest with you. I think the other leg, it could be a bit interesting. I can't necessarily see Inter losing the whole fixture over the 2 games. So, yeah, for that reason, mate, I'm going to go ahead and put in Nico. Is it Nico Barella?
Yes, I believe so.
I think it is Nico Barella.
I'm joining you. I'm joining you on the Inter hype. I think Martinez has scored either 1 or 2 goals recently that I've been seeing. Looking really, that guy is so good for Inter, but for the national team, he just can't put the ball in the back of the net. No. I am going to be putting my arch nemesis Romelu Lukaku in the team up front. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what he's doing this season. One of my friends is an Inter fan, and he doesn't seem like too hyped about him recently. But there's talks about them extending the loan from Chelsea, so maybe he is. But Martinez, great player for Inter.
I also think as well, Porto remind me a little bit of PSG, not in the sense that, you know, they're at the same level, but Porto, no disrespect to the Portuguese league, but when you come from when you're playing your league football in a league which doesn't necessarily have like the highest level of opposition, I always feel like you come to struggle when you come up against these big teams in the Champions League. Don't get me wrong, that's probably a little bit harsh to say, seeing as Porto have done okay, to be fair, in recent years in the Champions League, but I do just think they're going to struggle against Inter. Yeah, I think Inter are the better side. Porto very rarely lose games, but that's kind of to be expected in that league. Inter have lost a few, so but in my opinion, it's just a better league, if you ask me. So yeah, both in agreement there. Then Leipzig versus Manchester City. I don't think this is going to be straightforward, mate.
Oh.
Personally,
talk to me.
I really don't. City go ahead and beat Arsenal, and then they go ahead and draw to Nottingham Forest.
Blew my mind that. I really thought City were like that kind of team to like wins against Arsenal and then just be like, right, we are going to. I honestly thought I captained Haaland in FPL over Rashford because I thought these guys are going to Forest. They're like literally going to like ruin them. But no, just a draw. I mean, they could have won that game like 4-5-0.
Leipzig as well, and they've got a bit of history with Leipzig. And bear in mind, this is at Leipzig as well. They've got some very, very good players. I just got a feeling about it. It's either going to be like 5-0 City, or I think it's going to be a bit of a goal fest and could go either way. Okay. I am going to go for a bold draw, mate.
I love that.
Is that bad?
No, I think that's fair. Because City normally would it's quite normal that City do a draw and then they smash them at home.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, I just have a slight feeling that could happen.
Yeah, I'm going Man City just purely off the fact that they have some nice options off the bench, and as in like rotation players, and I just think like someone like Mars will just pop off because he's just ridiculous in the UCL. And yeah, I'm gonna back my boys City, not my boys, don't support them, but I'm gonna back them, and I'm gonna put in Calvin Phillips, rule breakers.
Lovely stuff, mate. I'm actually putting in Timo Werner, mate, because I've gone for the draw. I can go for either or. And Timo Werner up top. Lovely stuff. Well, we will now move on to Monaco versus Leverkusen. The reverse of this fixture was actually a very, very good game. And yeah, it was a bit of a goal fest as well. I believe it ended 3-2 to Monaco. I believe it was a fairly late goal as well. But now Monaco are at home, and I can really kind of only see a Monaco win. They're doing well in the league. Obviously, they got the win over PSG recently. Leverkusen, no disrespect, great side, and I'm sure we'd all be rooting for them because of that Diaby right mid card that I'm sure every single FIFA Ultimate Team fan will be wanting to get upgraded. However, I don't know. I think they've got a big fate to overcome there, especially being at home to Monaco. I just can't see it personally.
Yeah,
I really can't see it.
I kind of agree. Like Monaco, four wins in a row, I think, in the league. Like they're looking good. Yeah. Also, I follow Leverkusen quite a lot because I follow all the Chelsea players on loan.
Yeah.
And obviously Hudson-Odoi's there. And he started really well for them, and then they sacked their manager, and then your boy Xabi Alonso came in to manage them. And under him, it seemed a bit dodgy. Like it's not gone bad, but it's not gone great in anywhere at all. They're just very kind of mid. So yeah, I think Monaco pretty easy, and I'm gonna put in one of their best players in Diatta.
We have then got Juventus versus Nantes. 1-1 draw last time out, which I was actually quite surprised at, to be honest. I think, Juve went 1-0 up fairly early on via Vlahovic, and then Blas scored just after half-time to secure a 1-1 draw, which if you're Nantes, then you're probably rather happy with that. And to be fair, no disrespect to them, they're in a pretty decent run of form. Did lose away in their last fixture, but
they're both,
you know what?
They're
with
both
the state
doing
of Juve at the moment,
not like Juve aren't doing that well, but Nantes aren't like doing crazy well compared to like maybe what they were doing last season as well.
Yeah.
So I think they're both doing. I think they're both being underwhelming. But I think like the Juve European experience will just kind of guide them just to win, just to edge it.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm in agreement now. I don't think there's going to be much in it. I think they'll put up a good fight, but yeah, I think Juve will eventually come out on top. I've put in Cuadrado's moments card, mate, in at right back.
Very nice. I've put in Di Maria's team of the tournament.
Oh, yeah, very nice card. I do not have that card anymore.
Oh.
Next fixture, PSV versus Sevilla. Now, this is actually in the last week's run of games as well, and Sevilla got a very nice 3-0 win over PSV, which I kind of assumed that Sevilla would win. It was at home, and, you know, they're a very good side as well, and against PSV, just had too much. Gakpo obviously isn't there anymore, so, you know, that's definitely a lot of their firepower gone.
Yeah.
I do have to say, though, I think at home, I don't think it's going to be the same story. I feel like what you got to kind of remember as well with these second legs, they're very tricky because Sevilla probably won't field like, they might not field the same team that they fielded against them in the first leg. They've got 3 goals cushion. It's going to be a huge triumph for PSV to turn this round at all. But I do think they've got kind of nothing to lose at this stage.
Yeah.
PSV.
No.
So I'm actually going to go for a PSV win. I think they could go for it and maybe just win like 1-0, or it could even be a draw, to be honest. But I think they're genuinely more likely to win this leg. Don't think they're going to go through, don't get me wrong, but I think they could be getting a win here. And yeah, I'm going to be putting in Savio, mate, the Brazilian SBC at right wing.
Oh yeah, he is a player. I'm actually going to look at it the other way around. I think PSV are going to go for it so much that Sevilla are, I think they're famously quite a defensively strong team. Yeah. So I think they're going to defend that well, and then I think they can just counter it because they're going to be, PSV are going to be going for it fully. I think they're just going to kind of like defend it, hold it back, and then just counter a couple of times. So for that reason, I'm going for a Sevilla win, and I'm going for Jesus Navas.
Oh, very nice card. It's a good position as well to put in if you're very confident. That is a fullback, a vital position in your team.
It is.
We have then got Roma versus Salzburg. Now, Salzburg actually got a late little winner, which secured my prediction to be correct last time, which I was very, very happy about. However now, Roma are at home. I mean, their form's a bit patchy, let's be honest. They had a good run of form a couple of weeks ago, near the start of the year and back end of 2022. However, I just think at home they're going to have too much for Salzburg now. I always think Salzburg is quite a tough place to go. And now it being back at Roma, I can only kind of see one winner if you ask me. So yeah, I'm going to go for a Roma win, mate. What are you thinking?
I think they've proven, obviously winning last year the Conference League, they're just great. They just have that winning mentality in the league. Jose, you know what Jose's like in Europe. He is unbelievable.
Exactly.
The mighty Tammy Abraham, going to be absolutely quality. God, I sound like Sean Dyche in this video. Should be managing Everton. Sound like I've just had a pack of 40. Right, and then who else do we have? Oh yeah. Basically, just like Roma's just kind of bring the quality. Like Salzburg, like respectable team, and they always kind of over deliver in Europe, I think.
Yeah, they provide a lot of exciting football. It's got to be said. Yeah. I still remember that game, Liverpool versus Salzburg. And it was like 4-3, I think, to us or something in the end. Minamino grabbed a couple.
Oh, yeah.
They always just seem to produce some exciting prospects, don't they?
Yes.
I think Mane used to play for them as well.
Indeed, yes.
A lot of players
Red Bull,
come from
Red
Salzburg.
Bull group.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to be going for... annoyingly, I didn't pick up his like the 88 card, but I'm going to go for Chris Smalling.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Because his
really good card
is just actually so good as well. Like a bit of a broken card.
Definitely. And his flashback, is even better. I also missed out on that card, unfortunately. So yeah, 2 Roma wins then, mate. Happy days. The next fixture is arguably up there with the biggest of the lot. Yeah. We had an absolute spectacle last time out between these two sides. Manchester United versus Barcelona. Rashford done a madness once again. It was honestly, probably, I think genuinely it can go up there with one of the greatest Europa League games to have ever existed. I think the other games that are up there, like Dortmund, Liverpool, in that, I think it was like the quarter-final or whatever, it was like 4-3. But this, if you think about Man United and Barcelona, these two teams don't belong in Europa League. No disrespect to them, but these are two European giants and the biggest, arguably, of them all. So, for them to be, playing Europa, it's quite a spectacle. And the stats last time, I think it was like 40 shots between them both. Ridiculous, or something like that. It was mental. So I see nothing but another chaotic game like that. Although I am quite certain United are going to go through.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna get the win at Old Trafford, and I think Rashford could have another big say about it.
When you're playing like he is, I think it is going to stop at some point, but right for now, it is unstoppable. He is just flying. One thing about Rashford that I've noticed since like post World Cup is he's got a bit. He's kept his pace, but got stockier. He's now like I think he's finally like fully grown into his body. He just seems like a proper athlete now, which I think is the thing that changed him, because before he was rapid and good at shooting, but you could just shrug him off a bit as a defender. Yeah. But now like he's just got that power in him. Really impressive. And I mean, he is just a confidence player, isn't he? And I think Ten Hag has to have some credit to it as well, because he's doing it to Sancho as well, a player that was out of confidence, and he's brought him back like well. And now Rashford's clearly playing the best he's ever played. To be fair, I think a lot of it has to do with Ronaldo leaving, because everyone's kind of improved since that's happened.
Definitely.
But good stuff. I'm putting in actually. I didn't do the full Smalling SBC. But I did the first part to it to get Phil Jones. So he's going in as my Man U player.
Really nice, mate. Love to see that. I am putting David De Gea in goal, which is, bold of me, but I am feeling... Actually, no, I'm not putting David De Gea. I'm using my icon. I'm going to put Van der Sar in there, mate.
Oh, battle of the icon goalkeepers. I love that.
Indeed, mate. Indeed. There we are. And then we've got the final fixture. Union Berlin versus Ajax. Now, if you aren't tracking the Bundesliga at the moment, there always seems to be one team that kind of overperforms in that league. One that kind of slips through the radar, and, that is Union Berlin this season. They are doing very, very well. They are actually joint top in Bundesliga with Bayern Munich and also Borussia Dortmund. They've got some good players, not necessarily on FIFA, but... their record, they're literally unbeaten. First of all, they're unbeaten in 2023. Second of all, there's a handful of games, if you look through their form, that they've lost. They don't really drop points. They did draw against Ajax away from home, obviously, in the previous fixture. But, they are getting some very, very good results. They probably would have liked to have beaten Schalke on the weekend. But, I do think they're going to come here and, put on a pretty good performance and actually go ahead and grab the win, which is why I'm going to go for their centre-back, their Dutch centre-back, and he is called Doki. That's probably not how you pronounce it as well, but, he's got 90 physical, and I'm sure he's going to do the job, mate. What about yourself?
Interesting. Yes, I think it'd be silly to ignore Union Berlin's form in the league, but Ajax... in Europe are just giants, special,
aren't they?
Yeah, they are special. I think they are going to turn up there and they're going to squeeze out a result. I'm going for it. I'm going for an Ajax win. I just think, for me, a lot of European football is carried by reputation. Some teams are just brilliant in the league, and some are just European teams. Like I think Chelsea, like quite recently, are very much of that kind of ilk. Liverpool, quite a lot are like that as well. Yeah.
It's only in recent years that we've actually started challenging really for the league and
100%.
stuff.
I'm going to be putting in Kudus at my centre mid spot. Looks like a fantastic card. I've got a hell of a lot of pace in my team, which I'm very excited. Hopefully, I can keep all these players and not have the slow bronzes. I'm gonna put my neck on the line and go for an Ajax away win to grab it.
Fair play, mate. Love to see it. Well, our remaining spots will be filled by a player of our choice when we come to film the second part. But there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the end of this week's predictions. Let us know in the comment section below what you guys have predicted. I will put a link to a tweet which you can follow, and it will be a thread where you can vote on every single game what you think the outcome is going to be. Let's hope we are correct.